A mother with 3 children in her home opened fire on an intruder. This is the man who Hays County investigators say broke into that house. He is now in the hospital with a gunshot wound. KXAN's Erin Cargile spent the afternoon in that neighborhood where it happened. She joins us live with this update tonight. Erin.
Shannon, I just had a 30-minute conversation with the woman who pulled the trigger. She didn't want to go on camera, but she wanted to share her story with me, so she invited me onto her back porch and walk me through what happened. She tells me it was her 14-year-old daughter who first spotted a man pull up onto their driveway in a pickup truck. She could see him through her bedroom window. They saw a dome light was on and he was inside smoking a cigarette. They didn't know who he was, and so the mom called 911 on one phone while another child called their father, who was not home at the time. That intruder, that suspect, actually drove past 2 cones and past several no trespassing signs. One said no trespassing, and no kidding. The husband told me those signs are no joke. Again, they didn't know who this man was, and she told me that the man walked up to the front door, tried to open it, but it was locked. He walked around to the garage, busted out a window, and walked in the house through an unlocked door. The 48-year-old mom, who had already grabbed a .44 caliber handgun from the bedroom, was waiting and still on the phone with a 911 dispatcher. The first thing she told the man was, "Identify yourself." She said it at least twice. He responded with something, but she couldn't really understand him. She knew it wasn't her husband, and then she repeated over and over, "Get out of my house. I have a gun. I will shoot you." At one point, he asked her to escort him to the front door, then asked her to turn on a light, but she just kept telling him, "Get out of my house." And eventually, she pulled the trigger. She shot him in the stomach, and he fell right to the ground. I also talked to some neighbors this afternoon who are praising this mom for what she did.
Thank God she knew what to do and how to react and saved her family. That's just terrible to hear.
And when I asked the mother, "Do you regret anything you did? What do you think about how all of this played out?" She told me, quote, "I am confident what I did was right for me and my kids. It wasn't one of us going out on a stretcher." And she had a lot more to say. I also have a photo of the window that this intruder broke through to get into the house. We'll have much more from her and that tonight for you on KXAN News at 9 and 10. For now, we're live in Dripping Springs. Erin Cargile, KXAN News.
What a story, Erin. Thank you so much. We also want to give you, tell you that Sheriff Cutler mentioned in his briefing that crime like this is very rare in this part of Central Texas. We checked with another source, Spot Crime, which showed there has only been 1 theft in this area in the last 3 weeks.